Hello, this is Ronald with Indicator Vault, and in this video I'm going to go over just a breakdown of some bearish movement and possible sell trade could have gotten in with this pair, the US dollar Swiss franc. And I'm starting here on the 4-hour. In this video I'm going to go over just some multi-time frame analysis as far as how to filter out some of the noise that maybe lower time frames may give you, and what preference as far as confirmations you want to give in your trading or with certain indicators, things like that. Going from one time frame to the next may give differing opinions or insight into where price may go. And so you want to keep it simple and understand that the higher time frames usually are going to have the superior weight, or the most weight when pushing price one way or the other. So for instance, starting here on the 4-hour, in this example, this is going to be our highest time frame. We're going to go to the 1 hour, then the 15-minute and 5-minute. So big downtrend. And then not only that, I've got the 3 MA on here, and then all three are in sync here, all lined up in their placements, all are red. So we can still expect, some more bearish movement, some strong 4-hour bearish candles. So we've got that in mind, and then I'm going to just use that on this time frame, and then go to the 1 hour. And you can see here I've got the Harmonic Pattern Pro up here as well. Let me turn on the supply demand reversals. So here's where we're at. We've got, again, the 4-hour is in a strong downtrend, so we mostly want to be looking for sells. Those are going to be our highest probability trades. And not only that, when you're in a downtrend, what I like to think of is you should see lower lows. So that kind of gives me first a great take profit level, at least as far as partials, for first partials. Look for where the most recent low is, and that's going to be your first take partial, because you're going to see price create a new lower low. So here we see, obviously we've got this bearish pattern that is so far playing out great. And then we see this bullish pattern, but this does not play out. It fails. Now, while I would not put this as a high level confirmation, seeing this, I am certainly taking it into account as far as the list of confirmations to get into sell trades. We see the bullish pattern barely retraces. This pokes above here, not for long before it then takes out the low. So with this bullish pattern invalidated, we then soon after see this bearish pattern. And that's the one we're going to work with here. So first thing I like to do with harmonic patterns, we've got the low, first take partial, and then 1.27, 1.618, and that's just anchoring it from the low to the high of the last leg of the pattern. So let's get that off of here, since we just got our zones now that we're looking at. And then what do we also see here? Supply zones form. Got a big one here, but giving more preference to this refined one. As we replay it, we're actually going to see this low taken first before the supply zone is tagged. So typically in an ideal situation, I would prefer the supply zone to first be tagged and then this low taken. But unfortunately, we don't see that, but that's all right. The bearishness is still valid so far. We can still expect another push lower. And then with our fib, we actually have a level we're looking for it to reach to next. And again, this is not a super convincing, take. It's just 2 wicks barely poking below it. So it's not some strong break of structure where, break of structure and then strong reversal. We can still expect these lows to be taken, especially now that, obviously in hindsight, seeing this replay work out, price certainly should be moving lower. Again, referencing 4-hour time frame downtrend. This bearish pattern still working out. This bullish pattern not working out. This bearish pattern paired with the supply zone right near the top. We've got plenty of confirmations that this should still go lower. So it retraces into the 1-hour zone. And as we go here in the 15-minute, we can see that exact same thing playing out. Bearish pattern. Bullish pattern. Does not work out. Gets broken. Right? See this low? This just reaches into this gap. No clear break of structure. Then tanks lower, invalidating this bullish pattern. And then right after that, we see this bearish cipher form. And then what do we see here? Referencing back all the way here, the supply demand reversals, picking up this zone here to trade from, to sell from. So you could essentially, if you wanted to get in just off of the zone, because this is lining up with the 1-hour zone as well, sure, you could have. If you wanted to wait for some other confirmations, maybe, the bearish pattern, the cipher forms here, break, retracement back into this zone here, and then fall. Whatever you're comfortable with. I personally would have been comfortable just getting in on this supply zone here with my stop above here. And that's still a great looking trade. Just eyeballing it. You're looking right around a 4 risk to reward ratio. Entering at the low of this supply zone, stop above here, then this is our partial. Or really, 4 to 1 R&R is a great trade already. You could easily take full profit there, call it a day. 4% trade is a great trade. So let's play this out some more. And we can see price is going to continue lower. And with all these confirmations, it's easy to expect more bearish movement. Again, with this 15-minute pattern, this low is still in play. So I'll put a line here. So even if you wanted like a new refined, a lower time frame, take partial, you could have this low here, since this is the low for the 15-minute. We can see we've got a bullish pattern playing out. Doesn't last long. Let me hide the supply demand reversal since we're done with that for now. And then there we are, taking our full price level here, tagging it right there. You can see the sensitivity to it, and we'll actually see it doesn't quite get down to 168. That's why we always take at least partials, and if the trade's good enough, you can totally exit right here. So let me go to the 5-minute, and remember this. The 1 hour and the 15-minute showing the same thing. It's showing that there's a bearish pattern in control. That it is currently playing out on the higher time frame. So as we go to the 5-minute, And this is what I want to point out as far as filtering out the noise. We do see this bearish one does not really play out. Almost takes the low, but not quite before reversing. And then we see this bullish crab form. But again, we're filtering this out. Unless you want to be a hyper scalper and try and get some entry, maybe just some retracement back up into the halfway point of this leg down. Maybe that's a trade you want to take, but I would not feel comfortable taking that. That's still a low probability trade. Again, this was the low of the 15-minute bearish pattern. So we still have not seen that low taken. So we still have a valid reason to think price is going to go lower to at least here, to the 15-minute low. And then this is our ultimate objective, the 1 hour low on the bearish pattern. So seeing this 5-minute bullish pattern, we're not really giving much preference to this as far as confirmation that price is going to just reverse here. There's too much down below it that price is still wanting to reach to. We still need to see the 1 hour pattern play out and the 15-minute pattern play out. 15-minute pattern being right here. So that's what I wanted to point out as far as giving preference to the higher time frames. Don't think that, with all the confirmations from the higher time frames, that all of a sudden this 5-minute bullish pattern is going to just stop and reverse strongly up. This is going to take out all these highs. We're going to see it does take out those highs, but not before it actually reaches its higher time frame objectives. So as I continue to play it, we can see, obviously it hits our ultimate objective and now it flies up. But again, we've at least taken partials, if not taken full profit at this level. And obviously you can see how sensitive price is to that 1.27 level from our 1 hour pattern. So again, I want to point out the higher time frame emphasis and how to maybe just organize that in your mind and in your trading. Don't let things like this confuse you when you already have so much confirmation for a little bit more of a push lower. And then, of course, when you even just look at the price action, after this bullish crab, no strong break of structure, clearly breaks the low, and even this retracement, very weak retracement, doesn't even come close to this high before another push down. We see it does, go above here, but ultimately, right after that consolidation, tanks again to our ultimate objective. Never even closes above it, which might be, an indication to take, partials or your whole profit there, seeing how it's struggling to go lower. Obviously, another push down, and now we see price moving higher here. So anyway, this was just, a few indicators with Indicator Vault, supply demand reversals, the 3MA, and the Harmonic Pattern Pro, and just some ways to, incorporate them and tie them in together and with different time frames. So hope this video was helpful, and until next time, best of luck trading.